Today it's November 4th. And you know what that means? The question of is it time to celebrate the December holiday season?
And how well does our cast know Kent State's campus? We'll test our knowledge later on in the show.
Does the price of your tuition change your feelings about college? Our host will discuss.
Welcome back to the College Voice, everyone.
Nice to be back,
Nice
everyone.
to be back.
How's everyone doing today?
Enthusiasm. I'm doing pretty good today. Yeah, that's all I have to say, honestly. There's
There we
not much.
go.
There's not much nuance behind it.
I'm
but-
doing Mucho Grande.
Ooh, okay.
Was
Mucho
that
grande?
Wait, what's that?
Like big? Like
You said very. I'm
Oh.
doing like.
very, very,
Very
like,
great.
great. Like,
I'm doing
like,
big things today.
Okay.
You're doing a lot of big is pretty much what
Yeah,
you said.
a lot of big today.
Because you didn't say very big.
A lot.
I do think we have a lot to talk about today.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
Yeah.
But firstly, how are you
Anyways,
guys
I'm good
feeling on the
too.
couch?
Yeah. Is the couch
Yeah, how are you guys
comfy?
feeling on the couch?
We're feeling great.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful November.
Living the dream.
Yeah, and like a lot of fun shows and movies came out today, so I'm excited.
That's true.
The new Selena Gomez documentary just came out today.
You know, I just
Oh,
listened to
oh,
her
I wanna
song,
watch
the My Mind and Me. I just listened to
Yeah.
that song last night.
Yeah, it's
Pretty
very
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I wanna watch
Definitely made me more, well, not made me more anxious, but definitely I was anxious last night and I listened to it.
And Black Panther next weekend. So.
Heather?
And my birthday next weekend. So.
Ooh.
Yeah, true. A lot of big things coming.
The big 2-2, right?
Mucho
Or 23, you're
Grande.
23.
Grande.
That's
A
right.
A lot of Mucho Grande.
Yes.
a lot
A lot of mucho grandes.
Grande.
So,
Yes, ma'am.
what is our first convo about?
So our first convo is about today. The spooky season just ended with Halloween. So what is next? Thanksgiving or Christmas? Do you start the Christmas spirit at the beginning of November or wait until after Thanksgiving?
So Taylor has her hand
Yeah.
raised.
That's never
You may
stopped you
answer.
before.
No, I celebrated Thanksgiving. Did y'all
Really?
not read your history books?
Oh, I
About the
understand what you're
Pilgrims?
saying.
Yeah. I say it's Indigenous Peoples Day Part 2, but I understand the family aspect.
Yeah,
So-
I like my thing is as soon as it hits November 1st, I'm in the like Christmas holiday mood. I'm in the holiday mood. But that doesn't mean I overlook Thanksgiving. Like my family still gets together, whatever. But I consider Thanksgiving a part of that.
I think it's not so much a holiday anymore as it is like an opportunity.
Yeah, like
To
that's.
get to-
I just
Yeah,
consider it part of that.
that's
And
true.
my family has ingrained in me you have to have your Christmas decorations up before Thanksgiving because if your friends come over, then they're gonna be like, "You're so prepared."
You're so prepared.
That almost feels like as if like your like moms are like, hey, clean your room because we have guests coming over.
Yeah,
As if
exactly.
as if your guests are just about to like go zooming like,
Yeah,
in your room.
exactly.
But honestly, I personally I love Thanksgiving and then I decorate for Christmas right after. Preferably like growing up, my mom has a December birthday, December like 8th. So she wouldn't let us decorate until after her birthday.
Oh.
And then she was like, yeah, okay, now it's about Jesus.
I feel like decorating for Thanksgiving just looks like you never put your Halloween decorations away. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. There's like no specific like
Oh,
Thanksgiving
it's
kinda-
general
like a
fall.
turkey.
yeah.
I
guess.
mean,
My
for me,
mama's
I
fall
put mine
decoration
up.
she puts up as soon as it hits like mid-September, kind of like
Yeah.
whatever, and those just stay up generally.
Yeah,
like they
that's
don't.
true.
I think Thanksgiving's like the holiday season part one.
Yeah.
Like
that's
Yeah.
how I feel.
Like I feel like it's like
Same.
I celebrate Christmas, so I think it's like the precursor to Christmas, but I kind of consider it all like,
Christmas Eve, if you will.
yeah. Like I think I celebrate, Thanksgiving, but I also I know like as a kid I'm more excited for
Yeah.
the Christmas season because I think it's like a precursor
Yeah, exactly.
to that,
exactly.
like we had mentioned
The
before.
build up.
Sometimes I feel
Yeah.
like I feel that way because it's like Thanksgiving kind of is like I'm like, okay, I'm done with the semester. I'm going into Christmas like winter break.
Yeah.
Or like I celebrate Christmas
Well,
too, so that's why I keep saying that. Sorry.
Well, I think,
Holidays.
well, speaking of like having like this type of holiday conversation with the holiday season, it's supposed to be the season of family time, but we understand that that statement may not always be true. So I wanted to ask, how do you celebrate the holidays? And do you prefer to be with your family? Do you prefer to be by yourself, small group of people, or whatever? Is there any other way you celebrate? And I do want to preface this like discussion with a lot of times people don't choose. You know, you can't really choose like to have family, or you can't really choose to be by yourself. You know, a lot of those times it's not chosen. It's
Yeah.
that's the fact. So
Yeah, there's a level of privilege.
there is a
with
level
that.
of privilege.
I know
It is privilege at
I
that
know
point.
for me, like I have a single mother, and it's usually just us, and she most likely always has to work on Thanksgiving. So we'll go to Applebee's in the morning for lunch,
I love
and that's our
that.
Thanksgiving.
I
That's
love
nice.
that. I want to talk to Ariana.
Sounds good. I'll tell you. Normally for Thanksgiving, we always just like there's so many different people we could go to, so we always just kind of choose a different one each year.
Yeah.
But for Christmas, we're always with my grandparents on my mom's side, and then from my dad's side, we usually do something some other time. So I usually see a lot of family within a couple days, and then Christmas happens, and then we sometimes go to Michigan, so then I see even more family. So it always just depends on like who we decide to see that year.
It's a hard discussion to have because I do feel like, yeah, like I like spending it time with family. I do, but I also understand that I do get seeing a lot of family that like overstimulates
No,
me.
it
especially-
overwhelms me.
and it overwhelms me. But I also understand that a lot of people don't get to celebrate the holidays with family and they're by
Yeah.
themselves. So it's a hard kind of like tug of war that you feel
Yeah.
like you do kind of feel guilty for thinking that way, but at the same time
You have your own trauma.
you have your own kind of trauma with it. And I think it's like a lot of the family that I have, it's not hopefully they're not watching. I don't really have like a lot of happy memories
Yeah, or, like, a
with
strong
that.
connection.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I always like I take time for myself during the holidays
Yeah.
because I think it's super important to kind of be zen in yourself
Or
and
like
being-
spend it with your friends who are your
Yeah.
like, chosen
Yeah.
family.
I love
For
Friendsgiving. I
sure.
love Friendsgiving. I
Yeah.
love, having friends.
Which really they're just
during the
your
holidays.
family.
And again, it's hard because a lot of people don't have that opportunity. But I can
Yeah.
also, so it's hard.
Yeah, it's like a difficult thing to balance too. Like I feel like with my family, like they do all come over to like my house usually for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I usually have to like go upstairs, like you said, for a little bit during it, like and like
Yeah.
lock myself in my room because
So I
it's like
get-
a
It's a
lot.
lot of people.
Like I'll get a video game and then I'm like, I'm out for Christmas. I am out. Like I'm like, okay, bye everyone. Have a great day.
Last Thanksgiving, I actually chose
Sorry,
to.
not to cut you
Oh.
off. Chris was saying something and I was like, sorry.
Oh,
I,
you go ahead,
I was
you go
pretty
ahead.
much done with
Okay.
my thought.
Okay.
So
Well, last Thanksgiving, I switched it up and I went home with my friend Ryan, and it was the family dynamic is very much nothing I've ever experienced. I was like, oh, they're a happy like obviously I don't know because I'm not part of it, but they were like on the outside a happy family, and it was like peaceful. There were no fighting, no like odd
There's
shenanigans,
fighting
and I was
at
like,
my
wow,
Thanksgivings.
this
Oh,
this
yeah.
is nice.
There was crying at mine.
Mm.
Yeah. Because like we I had an uncle who had passed away like a couple weeks before Thanksgiving, and so my mother invited my aunt and my cousins over.
Was this last year?
Yeah, last year, and we had to wait a while. Actually, they were quite late, and I was quite hungry. But like we like got in this circle as we usually do, and like we say like something that we're grateful for, and it was great. It was sad because it was a lot. It was a recent loss, so it was a lot on like my aunt and everything. But like we still like had a great time with like a lot of food, games, and everything. I played Louis with like my cousins. I like talked to like one of my other cousins who like lives in like Costa Rica and stuff. So I was talking with her in Spanish, and that was just like fun, like a little conversation
Oh,
about
that's
that.
cool.
I'm glad you still had like that
Yeah.
family time, especially after such a tragic thing that had happened. I'm glad you still got together with your family.
Yeah,
Holidays
it
are
was
really
very
hard
nice.
after you lose someone because it's like, oh, there's something
You're
feels
missing.
missing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're missing something.
Do you guys do like the what you're thankful for? Because my family
I
does,
I
but
try.
yeah.
Don't.
I try. I mean, I do think it's like kind of cliche.
Me too.
Yeah.
My
But-
family does, but we like are really shady about it.
Oh,
Like I'm thankful for
That's
my friends
funny.
at school and when I'm at school, and not here.
yeah.
It's like literally what we do.
Like,
Like it's
like
like bad.
There's only like, oh God, I'm kind of getting emotional, but there's only a certain amount of things that I'm grateful for, and maybe that shouldn't be the case, but because I'm grateful for a lot of stuff, but like it's really hard when you're at, when you're at a family gathering. And then it's like
Yeah.
sometimes it's like not always a positive experience,
Uh-huh.
so it's hard to be
It's
like
hard to,
I'm
like,
so
open up
thankful.
and-
Yeah.
I am thankful. It is a level of privilege to have that there, but I think it's also like your feelings are valid as well.
Yeah.
It's a hard thing to discuss.
Yeah.
It really is.
And I think usually
Does
like,
that make sense? I'm
Especially
not.
when the
Yeah.
things you're grateful for aren't necessarily things your family has ever given you.
Yeah.
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 I'm like,
I
I'm
love my
thankful-
mom.
I'm sitting there like, I'm
love
thankful
my
that my
mom.
uncle kept his mouth shut this year. Like that's literally like me doing my thankful.
The holidays are such a hard time
It
because
is.
it is not. It's
pretty
room
stressful.
for argument and kind of like poor.
Yeah.
And
Makes it is-
Yeah.
It also opens it up for politics. So.
There we go.
Next up, zoom in, now zoom out. Next up, we guess where in Kent is the zoomed in picture.
Okay, let's test our host knowledge of campus and downtown as we play a game of guessing that zoomed in spot.
I just want to say that this is already starting out unfair. I can't even reach the buzzer, so I am going to make my own buzzer, and it's going to sound like this. Are we ready? It's going to sound like, shut up. Okay.
Okay.
I'm taking that from Jade Thirlwall from Little Mix.
Alrighty.
Hey, girl, love you.
That was scary.
Yeah, this isn't
so
fair.
let's see the
Should we
first
just raise our
one.
hands?
I think we should.
Yeah, we can
Let's
raise.
just.
We
let's
just
just
raise
roll
our
But
back.
I
hands.
want to say shut up.
You can.
So I'm
but
gonna
I'll
do
raise my.
Do your thing.
Okay.
Shut up.
You're gonna hear him first, no matter what.
Yeah. You gotta be looking at us.
I
You gotta
think-
look at us.
Okay, Olivia, go first.
Library? The library?
Library, yes.
I think everyone needs to come up with their own
Is it?
sound.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the library.
Okay.
You're correct.
I feel like I'm gonna.
Shut up.
Shane?
Okay, so
Okay.
but I did it before you raised your hand.
I think we do it at the same
Yeah.
time.
No,
but Go ahead. Go
That's
ahead.
the Kent State waterfall, right in front of the student center.
Yeah.
Okay.
Duh.
It's a fountain, but all right.
You know.
Okay, let's see.
Shut
what's
up.
next
I need another picture.
I'm giving it to Chris.
No, that's not fair because I totally did it before him.
Yeah,
Fine.
but you're gonna be able to say something quicker than I'm gonna be able
That's
to
not
raise
my.
my.
Well, then that's not my fault.
Maybe
Not my
we
fault.
should all have a sound.
Yeah.
Maybe we should. Anyway, that's Dick Stadium.
Okay.
That's not fair because I literally. That is not fair at all.
Should we make a sound now? before we
Yeah, let's
continue?
do that.
I'm gonna say me.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. Grap.
Okay.
Well, shut up.
Okay.
That was me. This is a conspiracy.
Alley.
That is Acorn Valley.
It's Alley.
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 Well, I would have gone. This is
Yeah.
a conspiracy.
Minus point.
Regine is
Okay.
What's
hates
your
me.
sound before it happens?
I'll go like E.
Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty. Next one.
Sounds like yours. Wait.
Shut up.
Okay. Shane.
That's the train station area. Like that's like over easy.
It's
That's
train
over easy.
station.
Wrong.
No.
Oh shoot.
I thought Chris was next.
Okay. I was gonna say that's like right by the bus station, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
What?
Yeah.
Parta bus station.
Oh, I thought it was like over easy because they moved it to like the former train station. So that's what I thought.
Okay. Next up. Is that it?
Grr.
I have
No,
no
it's
idea
more
what
That
that
is where he was talking about the former train station where Over Easy is at now.
Yes.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's
Chris.
crazy.
Ooh, Chris is coming in to lead.
That's
Sorry.
crazy.
Yeah.
Eat,
So.
eat.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay. Next one.
Grr.
Me.
Oh, shut up!
That's
The meep.
now
meep,
Cleveland.
Meep.
Oh,
Come on. What is
is
it?
it me? No.
Oh my god.
Stop it. Cleveland Bagel Company.
No.
What?
Yes, it is.
Oh, it's cafe.
Oh.
At least say it right.
Same difference.
Right?
Okay, yeah, sure. I'll count it. Okay, next
I
one.
don't know what the score is.
Shut up.
Oh.
Shane.
Shoot.
Ooh,
Oh.
I'll take it. Wait, show it again. Show it
Wait,
again.
I need to see it again.
I can take it if
Oh, that's Franklin Hall.
Yes. You took a little while there, but.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
I
Okay.
think I won. I think it's a
Okay,
tied,
so
actually.
We went through a pretty
and
fast.
we talk about who is most likely to be fired for different
Who
reasons. coming up
won?
next.
Wait.
Okay, so there was a bit of a tie between Shane and Chris.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Really?
So, okay, let's rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to handle that, go ahead.
I win.
Well, 2 out of 3.
Oh.
Oh, well, I haven't even. It's going down for real.
It was
Okay.
3 and 3 between you two.
Shoot.
Dang.
Okay. Glad you settled that.
Yeah, we settled it.
Coming up, we're gonna be talking about who's next or who's most likely to get fired from stuff. Stick around.
I'm so good.
For most college students, college can be very expensive, and the amount of debt can be overwhelming once you graduate. Do you think if college was free, including the dorms, would you have treated it like high school, or do you think you would excel without worrying about all the debt? And do you think more people would attend college that way? Well, starting off, I honestly think I would not have to worry about all that, but I feel like I would treat it kind of the same as high school. Just because, like, I don't have to worry, like, I have the financial burden on myself, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
Sorry, I'm not meaning to like smile really. I just made a really funny noise right when we came back into the break, so I just want to acknowledge it and move on. But yeah, go ahead, Olivia. I didn't mean to cut off.
Yeah, so I think a lot more people would go to college if it was free.
Oh,
I agree.
Oh no.
But that
But here's the
means-
thing.
Oh,
I don't know
maybe-
if college is necessarily meant for everyone.
It is
Yeah,
not.
that's
You
true.
know,
Yeah,
so
I think
I- you know.
I think the dropout rate would also be higher.
That's
I
true.
agree.
I hate
Very
this saying,
true.
but at the same time, if you're going to work at McDonald's, you don't need to go to college.
Exactly.
And that is not a shame because, like, obviously, if we want to go to McDonald's, people have to work there. But you know, then there should be a special, like, train or
I don't
Like a
think anybody wants to work
at
at
McDonald's
path
for
for
life,
like
though.
people
No
who
one
want to
wants
work in
that.
Lincoln to follow. You know.
Yeah.
Like,
I
it's
think
a
there needs to be a
career.
path for every business. You know, I don't think if people want to work at certain places the rest of their lives, that's perfectly okay and that's perfectly fine. And I think those should be encouraged as well.
I agree.
I don't think college should always be encouraged. There's trade school. You know, there's
exactly.
you know
I was gonna
schools
say
to become like carpenters or you know. Mechanics, like stuff like that, you know, they make really good money. They're really good jobs, and those don't get necessarily promoted or encouraged as much as college do. And in fact, you're coming out of school from trade school probably, you know, with little, maybe no debt. College,
Exactly.
you're coming out with so much
So much
debt,
debt.
and you might have a really good job, but the pay to life ratio, all of that together,
would be
it's not a
kinda nice,
good
though?
combination.
I just thought about this. Like, what if you like wanted to be a mechanic or you wanted to do something, but like you didn't know how to like start it? If you could just take a free class
Exactly.
for like a couple
Yeah.
months,
True.
and then all of a sudden like you know the stuff.
No,
you don't have
I
to pay
agree.
for it, but like
I think
Yeah,
those
I-
should be like that should happen. Like I feel like basic classes to teach you, and then that kind of puts you where you want to go.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Because that's really like people change majors. The average college student changes their major twice.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
Which is crazy. And like that, if you were able to do that, you could really figure out what you wanted to do without wasting your money.
I have a
Yeah.
really good
A
question.
couple semesters.
you wouldn't have to feel bad about
Okay.
Yeah.
changing your mind.
Everybody, raise your hand if you wanted to go to college.
I did.
I did
Okay.
not.
So like
not
that
plan
was.
on going.
Do you think that was you were like forced upon that? No, I don't want to say forced, but do you think like that was like the one option that like you have to go to college?
Yes.
Okay.
I actually did not want to go to college at all, and I took a gap year. I was like, oh, I'll just work. But then it happened during COVID, and there was like, oh, there's nowhere to work. So,
Yeah.
you know, that
That's
felt like
hard.
the only option. Especially because, like, there aren't a lot of like full-time careers. Like the way our society or government, whatever is structured, like yeah, I could work at someplace McDonald's, but unfortunately they are not paying people who are literally slaving away in there a decent amount to live. You know, that's not like practical full-time, even though it should be. So.
And it takes forever to work your way up in those types
It
of
does.
industries.
Yeah.
Like I remember, like I worked at Panera Bread, and like that was like my first part-time. No, I worked at Cedar Point actually. That was my first job. But like it takes like 2, 3, 4 years just to
Yeah.
like
To get up.
get away from like being an associate to manage. Sometimes it takes less than that, but
Which is
it's
like
hard. There's not a pathway.
I think it's
And I think there needs to be a pathway for
I
that.
think a lot of things, jobs are designed around the fact that you're living to work, you know? But some people, like, for
Yeah.
example, if you want to work at Panera Bread your whole life, and because you're not that worried about, like, your career, you want to live life, then that should be an option for you.
And that's okay. I think it depends on like what people want to do. I don't think I think stuff should be encouraged. I don't think it shouldn't be forced. Like I mean, I'll be honest, like I think my entire life I was always told like college was the only way to go.
Exactly.
In my family, my mom's a teacher, so that was the only life she knew, you know? But it's that stuff. So
Yeah.
I want to know what you guys over there think about that kind of statement. Do you guys think that college is much more forced upon people?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I really got that much of an option either. Like, if you don't go to college, I feel like my parents would just be like, what do you mean?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
mean by that?
Yeah.
It's very much a societal thing too. Like, it's
Yeah.
just like even if you don't feel pressure from your parents, I feel like there's just pressure in general to be
Yeah.
like, yeah, I should probably go. You know?
And in high school too, I feel like there's a lot more judgments.
Yeah, true.
And like if you say like, oh, like I'm not going to school, everyone's like so excited about that, especially like college lifestyle. I just remember when I was a senior, everyone would
I feel like
talk
it's so
about
over
that.
advertised though.
Yeah.
Like they
It
overhype
is.
it. Like, oh, this is all about what your peak life, your 20s should be. But
Yeah.
then like they don't, you know, look at the reality of it. And some people actually end up hating college. You know, not everybody's gonna be like partying out every other day. Not everyone's like that. Or like not everyone wants to, you know, move out of their house. I mean, the excitement of that is so great and all. But then, you know, once you move out, you're like, oh, I'm homesick. You know.
Yeah, it's scary.
I remember so hard, like when I first moved in and everything was settled and my parents left, and I was like,
I'm alone.
what the heck do I do now?
next? Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is weird.
And going back to high school, high school does not prepare you for life. It prepares you to go to college.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, that's so true.
Unless you go to a trade school. So.
What a crazy conversation, everyone.
Speaking of jobs and stuff, have you ever been fired from a job? Well, we are going to match the cast member most likely to get fired from a job for this reason.
Oh.
Should we all do like
So-
shut up or
Most likely to be fired for showing up late.
shut up?
Oh,
Who would it be?
Ray Jean.
Ray Jean.
Yeah.
Yeah, today even. But showing up late.
She just said she's never been fired.
Okay. Who's most likely to be fired for sleeping on the job?
Taylor.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd say Taylor for that
I-
probably as well.
Let's
Why'd you look at me though?
Because you said something. You said
Oh.
because you were speaking.
Snapping back.
All right, most likely snapping back at a rude customer.
You were reading it too.
Shade.
Me? Why would I? I'm nice.
I feel like
Yeah.
Shane or Olivia.
It would be
Oh,
me.
yeah.
Yeah.
It would
Why
be
would
me.
I snap back to a
I
rude
don't know.
customer? I mean, I don't think that's a bad thing.
No, I think it's
Yeah, it's kind of a sleigh.
yeah. It's kind of a
Releasing all the animals at a pet store.
I say me or Hannah.
No, I was gonna say Hannah.
Yay.
Yeah, Hannah would definitely do that.
But I don't think it's like necessarily like a bad thing. I think it's like you're free.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
and stuff like that.
No, she wasn't doing it just to be a criminal.
Yeah.
Doing it because I
Anti-pet
want it.
smart.
Anti-pet smart, apparently.
Yeah.
All right, giving out discounts to friends and family.
Oh,
I think me.
I do
think
that too.
I think Izzy.
Oh, I think
I am guilty of that actually.
Oh.
Yeah,
Because Izzy's
so I was
just
working at
kind.
Starbucks for
Yeah.
quite a while,
And she's
and
like, oh,
my
you want
manager
coffee?
was
You would
like,
too.
Izzy, what have you done?
it was like, why are you giving out all these free drinks? I'm
Technically,
like,
no.
I'm not making them pay $20 for drinks. Like, they came up here to
Did you
pay
get fired
$2
for it?
I almost did. She gave me a warning for it, and I was like, relax, lady. I
Wow.
don't got money for this.
Yeah.
Okay, being too clumsy and constantly breaking things.
Chris.
I can see it.
Break things.
I think Taylor.
That'd be funny.
Actually, you know what? Yeah.
I think Taylor.
I don't know if any of you
I
are
don't
really
know.
that clumsy.
Yeah.
No, I'm clumsy, but
Maybe
Wait, you
Ariana.
broke your glass last week.
you broke my glass last week.
Maybe Ariana.
She is lying.
I feel like Ariana's like a subtle one though, but she would do something so subtle.
Yeah.
And it would cause like a chain reaction, like
Yeah.
Rube Goldberg kind of thing. Like
All right, what about taking breaks that are way too long?
me.
I am guilty of this.
Yeah,
I didn't
I
get
was gonna
fired
say.
for it, but like I
love
used
you.
to have a job where I would get like a 30-minute break throughout the day, and I
Okay.
wouldn't come back for like an hour or so.
Yeah, I feel like that might be
The long
Regine.
break.
Or I'm kind of guilty of that too, though, in the past.
No, I can't.
I did that
I
at
feel
Cedar
bad.
Point. I would go on break, but like 15 minutes of the break would be going
To
on
the
a
break.
walk to the break. Yeah. And it would be, so I think like a 45-minute, like actually like 50-minute, like an hour break.
I
honestly.
Yeah.
also think Izzy, just because she seems forgetful. Like she'd forget.
Oh.
To go back to work.
I did this during work. I was on a break for like a 10-minute break. I went to my car to take a nap because it was so early. And then I wake up, there's like 20 missed calls on my phone. I'm like, where have you been? And I'm like, I'm so sorry, I fell asleep in my car.
Oh my God.
There it is. There it is.
Next.
Okay, all right. What about schooling the boss's son about nepotism?
Taylor,
I feel
you
like
just had
Taylor.
to.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
Chris
Taylor
would
would
do
I think
definitely
I
do
would
that.
too, yeah.
I think I might do that as well.
Yeah, I
I've
can
been
see
in
you.
situations where nepotism is happening, and it really upsets me. So I feel like, yeah,
I think Taylor.
I
Yeah.
think Taylor for
Final-
sure.
Yeah,
Because
Taylor's
Taylor's
for
more
sure.
like in a good way, like confrontational. Like you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Sometimes
And
it's
you know-
good.
Educationally confrontational.
I think you'd have to like piss Chris off like a lot.
pretty bad
Yeah,
for me to
yeah.
like yell at you.
Yeah, I agree.
Next.
All right, stealing time, taking too long to clock out, taking breaks without clocking out.
I do that.
I do that too.
Every
like in
day.
my research, like right now.
Every day I do that.
Oh, wow.
Taking someone else's food from the break room.
I think that's me.
I would also do
I would possibly do that.
I
Maybe
would
like-
never
like a- like a-
steal
like a
now.
bite.
Never. I'd be so hurt if I had a sandwich and it was gone.
I just like
It is
eating
really
like
mean
food.
though. That's
like
really
to eat.
mean. Okay,
Yeah.
wearing activism apparel, BLM Pride,
All of us.
etc.
All of us.
You could get fired for that?
Wait,
Yeah,
I was
what?
just thinking
I
the
was
same
like,
thing.
what?
For expressing your opinion and assuming it's like
Oh.
because your affiliations
With
are
the-
not
With
with
the
the
company.
affiliated with the
Yeah.
store. So.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But
All right, constantly telling random customers about their at-home drama.
Me. Yeah. No, totally.
Definitely.
Oh no. Total. Me. So who got fired the most? I think Regine. Or no, Taylor.
no.
I think Taylor.
I think Taylor got
I
fired
have
the
a great
most.
work ethic.
Well, Taylor, enough.
You're fired.
Whoa. That's all we have for you today. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, The College Voice _KSU.
But TV2 is not finished yet. Stick around for an upcoming episode of Ken Core tonight at 9 p.m. For all your local news, stay tuned to TV2 Newscast at TV2 Newscast at 6 p.m. We'll see you all next week.